Interesting pangolin facts. Pangolin is an amazing animal. The first pangolins on Earth appeared more than 60 million years ago, and at that time they did not have scales. Currently, only 8 species of these animals have survived. They differ from each other in their size and habitat. Pangolins live both in dense forests on trees, and in flat and sandy areas in burrows. Curled up into a ball, outwardly it resembles a large spruce cone. Although it can be assumed that pangolins are related to lizards, they are still mammals. There are other interesting facts about the pangolin. The length of their body usually does not exceed 90 centimeters, and the weight of the largest individual does not even reach 30 kilograms. The bodies of pangolins are covered with large scales, which are superimposed on each other like tiles. One muzzle, abdomen and partially lower body are free from scales. There the animal has short hair. The specific name comes from the Malay language. In translation, it literally means, rolling up into a ball. Indeed, at the first sign of danger, the animal twists into a tight ball, exposing only hard scales. It is unlikely that such a large animal as a lion or leopard can deploy it. The rear edge of the scales is pointed, and can be a dangerous weapon. The number of scales in an animal is always constant. When one wears out, they are immediately replaced with new ones. The tongue of pangolins is long, as much as 40 centimeters. The muscles that are responsible for the movements of the tongue are also large. They are located in the chest cavity, reaching the pelvis. Animals usually live in hollows, and one by one. They easily climb trees, preferring activity at night. To better grind the food they eat, pangolins swallow sand or small pebbles. Many birds use this method. The main diet of pangolins is insects. They practically do not eat other food. Pangolin teeth are located in the stomach. It is covered with keratinized epithelium and has a fold on which its horny teeth are located. The saliva of the animal is very attractive to ants. Therefore, all that is required of a pangolin on a hunt is to dip its long tongue into the anthill and salivate. Baby pangolins are born with soft scales that harden after a couple of days. After a month, the babies are already weaned from mother's milk and feed on insects. The number of pangolins is not very high. They are hunted for meat and scales. It is believed to have healing properties. However, there is no scientific evidence to support the use of scales for medicinal purposes. In the Middle Ages in India, special chain-mail armor was made from pangolin scales. The animal does not tolerate captivity well, causing many difficulties to the breeder. Another weapon of the beast against the enemy is a liquid with a terrible smell from special glands. The scales on the animal's body have the same composition as human nails. Animals are able to stand on their hind legs, leaning on the ground with their tail. Kangaroos do the same. Pangolins are slow animals. The fastest of them develop a speed of no more than 5 km/h. The weight of pangolins ranges from 4.5 kilograms to 27 kilograms. The legs are very powerful, 5-fingered, endowed with large claws. Senses, such as sight and hearing in pangolins are poorly developed. Eyelids cover small eyes, as well as performing the function of protecting against bites of future food. But the sense of smell of pangolins can only be envied. There have been cases when scientists have found specimens in the stomach of which up to 2 kilograms of insects were found. It is worth noting that it is very difficult to keep such an animal as a pangolin at home, since the menu is very monotonous. This animal prefers nighttime for being awake. Pangolins spend the daytime sleeping. They prefer to sleep either in burrows or in hollows of trees. Pangolins breed only in winter, only once a year. Pregnancy lasts for 4 to 5 months. All pangolins are divided into 2 types, African and Asian. Asian ones include Javanese pangolin, Philippine pangolin, eared pangolin and Indian pangolin. To African, white-bellied lizard, long-tailed lizard, steppe lizard and giant lizard. A hungry pangolin can destroy an insect colony in half an hour. The predator is very smart. If the termite mound is too large and impossible to destroy in one sitting, the pangolin seals it with its sticky saliva in order to return again the next day. The thin flexible tongue of the pangolin is truly a miracle. It is often longer than the entire body of the animal. They are a traditional source of meat in many parts of Africa, and are considered a delicacy in parts of Southeast Asia, mainly because they are hard to find and very expensive. The meat is reportedly not very tasty, but most of all poachers are attracted by pangolin scales. It is used in traditional Asian and African medicines to treat many types of ailments, from heart disease to cancer, despite the fact that they are simply made from keratin, the same stuff your hair and nails are made of. Illegal trade has already led to significant population declines in 4 Asian pangolin species, 2 of which, Chinese and Sunda, are now listed as endangered species. Because of this decline in numbers, as well as increased trade links between Africa and Asia, African pangolin populations are increasingly being poached and smuggled into Asia. Dear friends, if you liked the video, please subscribe and like. Thank you.